For 6 months, I've been fighting these bastards, whether it's Tucker Carlson or whether it's Nick Fuentes, and I've been looking over my shoulder looking for help. And you know what I found? Nothing.
The last several months of Charlie's life were devoted in part to arguing about this event, in fact, this speech, in fact, my speech here, which he asked me to do earlier this year, this summer, and was immediately put under just immense pressure from people who give money to Turning Point, I would assume good people, but who wanted him to take me off the roster.
What do you mean we don't cancel people? We canceled David Duke. Donald Trump canceled David Duke. We canceled Pat Buchanan. We canceled the John Birch Society. We canceled Joseph Sobran. We canceled pornography on TV. We cancel stuff all the damn time. Hitler admirers, Stalin admirers, Jew haters, American haters, Churchill haters. You're damn right we're going to cancel them and deplatform them. It's called the market system.
It's not about Israel itself. It's about an expansionist Israel, an imperial Israel that Netanyahu and that crowd have thought up. And the Israel First crowd is Ben Shapiro, Tel Aviv Mark Levin, and many others that want to put that ahead of America's interests.
You don't get to wrap your psychotic, mental, unhinged, Nazi, Klan, jihadist bullshit around American patriotism.
Charlie stood firm in his often stated and deeply held belief that people should be able to debate, and that if you have something valid to say, if you're telling the truth, you ought to be able to explain it calmly and in detail to people who don't agree with you, and that you shouldn't immediately resort to shut up racist.
If you host a Hitler apologist, Nazi-loving, anti-American piece of refuse like Nick Fuentes, you know, the Nick Fuentes who said that the Vice President of the United States is a, quote, fat gay race traitor married to a Jeet.
This is a Jewish spur gout. By definition, you get the ugliest, most unlikable, most hateable, most obnoxious, despicable person. He's also the shortest. And Ben Shapiro marches up to the stage with his Israel flag in tow, with his giant yarmulke covering his head.
We have this all wrong. Oh, we give Israel $3 billion a year. Oh, they're a protectorate. We, Europe, people of freedom, Jews, Christians, people who believe in liberty around the world, we need to thank the Israelis for what they've been doing.
That he is a partisan for another tribe. He's not a partisan for the Americans. He doesn't care about America. He's not a religious zealot for Christ. He doesn't believe in Christ. He hates Christ.
You want to talk about genocide? Ask the black Christians in Nigeria and the Congo and the Sudan about genocide. Hundreds of thousands of them slaughtered.
You're a moral anti-Semite. And everybody under the age of 45 first goes, ugh.
These aren't powerful people. Seriously? These aren't intelligent people. These are lowlives that have platforms.
Ben Shapiro is like a cancer, and that cancer spreads. It's a cancer, and it metastasizes. He tried to take over Breitbart, and I ran him out of there. He tried to take over David Horowitz's, who was his mentor. Don't ask me. Ask the guys associated with David Horowitz what he did there. He tried to take that over. And mark my word, he will make a move on Turning Point because he's always been envious of Charlie Kirk.
How are we going to attack the Mondamis and the Talibs and the Omars and the Sanders and the rest of them when in our own house this poison is spreading?
Why should I be ashamed as an American about wanting to know what the hell that just was? Why should I be embarrassed? I'm not the bad guy here. Why should I be embarrassed to ask what's in this war for us? We got to go to war. Shut up. You're a bigot if you don't want it. First of all, I'm not a bigot. But second, that's kind of not the point. The point is, what's in it for us? Why is this a good idea? Shut up.
You platform these people. You deceive your audience. You lie to your audience. You become a full-blown, out-of-the-closet Jew hater.
By the way, if you don't fix it or even acknowledge it, dude, bad things could happen. Like, wake up. Time is to wake up out of your freaking fantasy world where you think telling the rest of us to shut up is enough If you keep doing that, this could go in dark directions.
If the Republican Party goes, we lose our country. If the Republican Party goes, we lose our liberty, our private property rights, our Declaration, our Constitution. We lose our Israel.
And anyone who tells you, oh, shut up, racist, hoist the middle finger and tell them, keep talking to me that way, pal, and we'll punish you.
This poison is spreading. We've got to take care of business. We can fight the enemy on the other side. But the problem is, the more daunting problem, the more complicated problem is when they're in our house and they're trying to take over our house and they're burning down our house and they're destroying America First and they're destroying MAGA and they're destroying the Republican Party, which means they're destroying the country.
$650 million for Israel, and then they go sign a menorah. Here it is.